Friends are so important, and I have some of the very best ones. Some I've known since we were really little, and some I've only known for a few months. But I am so thankful for each of them. Together, we've gone through the good times and the bad. We've cried and celebrated together. We've gone to weddings and funerals and birthday parties and concerts and everything in between. And we have prayed. My deepest friendships have been with people where we prayed together. We prayed for one another. Our story this morning is about two people. And the Bible doesn't tell us that they were friends, but I think they were. These were two friends who showed up to the same place every day, every day, year after year, praying and waiting for the same thing, to see the coming king. And I think they were friends. I think they were the best of friends. And their names were Simeon and Anna. Simeon was an old man. God had told Simeon that before he died, he would see the coming king, the one who would bring God back to earth. But days went by, and then weeks, then months, and before he knew it, years had passed. Simeon knew that he was getting older and that he didn't have very many days left in him. Maybe he'd misunderstood God. Maybe he wouldn't get to see the coming king. Anna was also older. She was 84, and for 60 years she had been in the temple every day praying. And she was sad. Was there something wrong with the temple? No. Anna was sad because she was alone. She had been married, but her husband had died and they hadn't had children. So for 60 years, she spent every day in the temple, waiting and praying. Every day, Simeon and Anna were both in the temple, praying and waiting and praying, until one day, everything changed. Perhaps it happened a little bit like this. One day, as Simeon was worshiping in the temple, Anna came to him and whispered, "Simeon, Simeon, my friend, have you heard the rumors? They say the years and years of silence are over. They say that the one who will make the wrong things right and the dark things light, they say that he's here. They say that Emmanuel, God with us, has been born." Could it be true, Simeon thought? Were the years of silence really over? Had God kept that promise? Just then, Anna pointed to the front of the temple and said, "Simeon, look, over there. What do you see? Or more importantly, who do you see?" So Simeon looked, and what did he see but a young family coming through the doors of the temple? A mom, a dad, and a tiny little baby. When Simeon saw that little baby, he heard God whisper to him, "This is the King. This is Emmanuel, God with us." Simeon hurried to see the baby, to hold the baby. He knew that this baby was going to change the world. And Anna was there too. And as they looked at this tiny little baby, they knew that God had been with them. Even when things had been hard, even when they had started to doubt if God was going to keep his promises, God had been with them. And seeing that little baby, holding that little baby, they knew that God wasn't just with them a long, long time ago. God was with them now. As Simeon held the baby, he smiled. He looked at this tiny little baby and prayed loud enough for everyone to hear him. God couldn't remain. Sin drove him away. But now he has heard what we have hoped and prayed. God is coming to earth to stay. Like I said a few minutes ago, we don't know that Simeon and Anna actually were friends. But two people in the same place every day, praying and hoping for the same thing, praying and waiting for the king to come, I think their paths crossed, and I think they were friends. Actually, I think they were the best of friends. These were two people who were hoping and praying and waiting and worshiping. And on the same day, God answered their prayers. When that young family entered the temple, they saw God fulfilling his promises. They saw Emmanuel, God with us.